Our next speaker is one of the early political voices supporting crypto and adoption and digital innovation in Kosovo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Memli Krasniqi.
Good morning, everyone. Mirdita, Mirisorde, Gjithve. Welcome to all of you, particularly distinguished guests, innovators, developers, entrepreneurs, young people, students, particularly international partners. A special welcome to Miss Rachel Conlon and Byron Scraps that are here for the second time, although this is the third summit. I express my great appreciation for being here for the third time since the onset of the Balkans Blockchain Summit. And I'm happy to say that, yes, there's been energy from day one, but this energy is growing and the number of attendees is growing. And I wish you good luck and all the best with yet another successful edition. And I think deservedly so in my name, but I believe everyone here, we have a special thank you for the organizers, particularly my friends at Crypto Billions and everybody that has helped to make this summit a reality. Now, this summit is no longer a summit about future technologies because blockchain, Web3, AI, fintech, all of the issues that are discussed in this summit are basically our future, and they're reshaping finance, they're reshaping governance, they're reshaping our identities, trade, and so many other things. A few years ago, blockchain was definitely considered experimental and niche. I was intrigued, not as a young man, but as a younger man, when I learned about blockchain, when I learned about Bitcoin, when I learned about these new technologies. And it's interesting that exactly 1 month from today will be 10 years that I actually bought my first Bitcoin. Yes, it was much cheaper back then. But it also signified a journey, a personal journey for me, which didn't stop, but which actually got me deeper into the developments and what was going on globally. And from my positions in public life, particularly in politics, in government and in parliament at various points in time, I have tried to not just raise awareness and talk about these issues, but also affect policies at all levels of governance. Now, this formerly niche experimental technology has become part of global infrastructure and has become part of daily lives of people around the world. And the key question that we have in front of us today in Kosovo and in Balkans in general is, will we help shape this transformation, or will we simply consume what others do? Now, in Balkans, we might not be the biggest of economies, but I really trust that we have major advantages. We have, first and foremost, very talented young people. We have strong developers and engineers. We have adaptability, and this is the key strength. We have entrepreneurial hunger, which I think has been seen all over the world in numerous examples. We have globally connected generations and strong diasporas. And I think that all of these ingredients are necessary and more than enough for Balkans and Kosovo to become a global hub for developments in new technologies, including in blockchain. Because we have proven that Kosovo and Balkans talents have already powered global companies. The region may be underestimated, but it has repeatedly proven its potential. Now, why this summit is so important is because innovation does not grow in isolation. And summits like this connect ideas with capital. They connect startups with institutions. They connect entrepreneurs with regulators, although unfortunately we don't really have many regulators here. But hopefully that will change in the future with the necessary support that the government needs to give to these events and to these fields. Because governments should not only regulate technology, they should enable innovation. And I believe that this is necessary in Kosovo and in all Balkans countries. Now, I'm actually very excited, as I was excited last year, because my connection to Binance as a customer is sort of very early. Binance, I think, came in the ecosystem sometime in middle of 2017, and I managed to become one of their customers in December of 2017. It was not easy back then because you had to wait to be accepted as a client. My second important connection to Binance, was in March of 2018 when a dear friend, which I was introduced to because of my involvement in blockchain and crypto, Charlie Shrem, one of the real OGs of the space, introduced me to the living legend, to CZ, through an email that he sent to both of us trying to connect us so he could spread the gospel all over the world, but particularly in Balkans. Now that was just an exchange of a couple emails. We never got to meet. We were planning to meet. But importantly, I really became a loyal customer to Binance. Watching Binance grow from back then the second biggest exchange to a global behemoth, which it is, was an amazing story, and I think is inspirational for so many young people, not only in this room, but all over the world, which has produced so many other very important companies. And I mention this because the world is racing. The world is racing towards AI, it's racing towards fintech, digital infrastructure, and some countries are moving faster with clear regulation, with startup-friendly ecosystems, with talent attraction, and Balkans and Kosovo cannot afford to fall behind. Actually, we should lead the way, and I'm inspired every time I come to this summit and see so many young women and young men that are actually the driving force behind this. We need this smart regulation instead of uncertainty. We need digital education instead of fear. We need regional cooperation instead of fragmentation. And we also need long-term thinking instead of daily politics. Now, governance has a very important role to play. Yes, we were all inspired in our beginnings with blockchain and Bitcoin, thinking that this is just an autonomous, independent, control-free ecosystem. And I think we need those values to drive this development. But governance is also important because regulation is important. However, in societies such as ours, where trust in institutions is often fragile, let's not forget that technologies like blockchain can help improve transparency, accountability, efficiency. But technology alone, as I said, is not enough. Good technology combined with responsible leadership can strengthen institutions and economies. I want to close by saying just a couple of words about young people here. Sometimes, unfortunately, too many talented young people in Kosovo and in other Balkan countries don't see a lot of perspective here, but they want to leave so they can build a future somewhere else, in the Western Europe or elsewhere, because they see that their ambitions can only be fulfilled there. I want to present a more ambitious vision, that the next successful blockchain AI technology companies could actually be built here. They could be built in Pristina, in Skopje, in Zagreb, in Sarajevo, in Belgrade. They can be built here. And I'm pretty sure that we will live to see that. And regional conferences as this one are important to bring people together and hopefully make that the reality. Now, I want to encourage every one of you here to think beyond the hype of the day and short-term trends, but focus on what's really powering the ecosystem, the infrastructure, ethics, education, and trust. The winners of the next decade will be societies that build ecosystems of innovation and adaptability. And I believe that our countries, Kosovo, but all other countries in the Balkans, can actually become one of those ecosystems. Let this summit then be a place where partnerships begin, where ideas become companies, where investments become jobs, where the Balkans becomes more confident about its role in the digital future. I thank you all for your attention, and I wish you a successful conference and great fun while you're at it. Thanks.